Wait a minute. I am getting ready to go back out because I'm going to brave this weather. I've got me something hot, some hot tea for the night, and I am bundled up, so we're going to go outside. We're going to go right back out. And it's around 20 degrees out here. No, it's around 10 degrees, but the stars are out in the sky too. We can see the stars. And the moon's probably just going to be a great big old ball. A ball of light. But that's all right. The clouds are still going to come. I've got my husband's iPhone 7 now while my iPhone 8 is charging. I just need to put my glasses on. Got my scarf, my big old down coat. I feel perfectly fine. I really do, but look, it's a big old ball of light. If I could zoom in on something else, I would. But this doesn't look too pleasant right now with it being like that, you know. But at least we know what it looks like. You can see those clouds down below. That moon right there. Well, hello. It really is more dramatic when there's clouds near it. It really is. But we're not really seeing them. I'd love to be able to zoom in on a star, a really bright star in the sky. That would be wonderful. But I don't know about that. I know there's a star way over here in the sky, but I won't be able to get to it. Look at all that stuff wiggling around in the night sky. Isn't that strange how it just wiggles around? But that's exactly what it does. It just wiggles around like that in the night sky, whatever it is. But we're going to go back to that moon because it's really big. In Las Vegas, it's covered with a black chemtrail haze. Your moon is? That's strange. I really don't know what these clouds are doing below the moon down here. But they're down there. And it's hard to say. Because normally they're not down there unless they're going to make their way up. And over here in one of these clouds there is a star. There's a star over here in one of these clouds. I don't know what it's doing over there in the cloud. I can't zoom up on it because I can't see it. It's teeny, teeny, tiny. But we're going to go back to that moon. Well, the moon's probably just going to look like that tonight. Oh yeah, it's a lot clearer. Hello. It is a whole lot clearer. It looks like it has like, for a moment I thought it had like a bluish green tint around the top part of it. I guess all the clouds rode out. More blood moons to come. What time is it? Eastern Standard Time. It was around 9 something. I think these clouds are trying to make their way up. I really do. Let's see. Yeah, they'll probably make their way up there. Because it looks like they're trying to head up. So we'll see what they got planned. Because there's more clouds coming from the north. Yeah, I bet the moon is big. Denny. Yeah, you sent something at the bottom left, Jody? Just across the clouds. Yeah, it does appear like these clouds are coming up. They're getting closer to the moon. It's a cold night. It's around 10 degrees. It's going to get around 1 degrees tonight. Yeah, we already had a winter storm. It was yesterday. It was very windy, and it was like a whiteout at night. You saw something on the bottom right. Well, it looks like there are HAARP-induced clouds now because they've got big ripples in them to the coming in from the north. While these below it, they're going past the moon. They're not rising up anymore. I don't know what's going on with any of it. I really don't. You see two orbs with blue and red, the bottom left corner of the Debbie Montgomery, the bottom left corner of what? Of the moon or of this screen? What are the orbs at the bottom left? I don't understand. Is it the bottom left of this screen? Because there shouldn't be any with this phone of my husband's, because he don't take pictures of the sun or anything. Blue now, the left bottom of the screen. Well, let me move this camera. Is it moving with the camera? It's gone. It's off the screen. It's the lens flare bottom left, you think. Let me do this, because I can't see anything. All I see is this moon, and then the comments take up the lower half, toward the bottom left. Well, I'm not sure. They were orange and they were moving. They just flashed. I can't see anything, like I said, because all I see is the comments on the lower half of this screen. It's still there. There is maybe a car in a distance. You talking about right here? Let me see. What on earth is that? Is that what you're talking about? This is swipe right to hide the comments. Okay. Well, I just zoomed in on some kind of a light. Well, now I'm trying to get this thing lower. Okay. So that would be, if that's what you're talking about, that was a neighbor's light, I guess. Yeah, down there, way through the trees. And down here at the bottom, down here, that would be through the trees also. That's as far as I can get it, right there. Let me try to get back up to the moon. Oh, there's something coming to the moon. I need to raise my tripod. And raise my tripod up. That way I don't have to tilt it as much. Okay, I did. I hid the comments. Snapshot and look at the picture. Well, I'm gonna try it. A snapshot with his phone. I can't do it because my phone's up here on this tripod. It's not easy to try to snapshot. Okay. I'm shorting out with my voice. The volume is up on here. Well, I might film the eclipse tonight if I can stay awake. Well, when you zoom up, all you get is this big old bright light. That's it. Oops, that wasn't nice to say. Yeah, when you zoom up, that's what you get. Right here. You can hear me off and on. I'm telling you, out here in the country, we don't have too good a reception. At all. Whoa, look at that. These clouds are coming in. I want to make this like that. That looks kind of square, didn't that look square for a moment for you all? If I had a telescope, it would really only zoom in on the moon, and it would just be one big bright white spot. You wouldn't get anything around the moon right now. But these black things on it, I really do think it's these ships. I think if you were to screenshot this, if you took screenshots of these black things, you'd see some ships in it, these black clouds. But nonetheless, they're pretty. Yeah. Oh yeah, they're very pretty up there. Let's shrink it so we can see them coming down with that moon. Yeah, if you would do a screenshot of this image right here with the black streak going down in front of the moon, I think there probably would be a zigzaggedy ship in there. It went square, yeah, it really did. There's a beautiful halo around the moon right now. I can't get it to come in because this screen gets a little dark. Yeah, the clouds are in different forms. They started off as HAARP-induced clouds, and then they just did their own thing. It's negative 40 degrees in Canada. Oh my gosh. That would be freezing. I would make sure I had the best winter clothes I could possibly get if I lived in Canada. A round reddish orb in the black cloud when you blew it up. Okay. That's good. At least we know there's something in it. On the rim. Oh wow, you see black circular things on the rim. That's interesting. And what's interesting is the whole diameter around the moon, it's got that ring around it, orangish ring, even though the clouds are just going around it. I sense that great big bright light behind me again. I can see it. And there's nothing there. That is so strange. When I turn around, it's gone. It's so cold, throw hot water into the air and it turns to snow. Wow. Yeah, this whole sky now, this whole sky, the whole southeast sky, this whole eastern sky now, this whole area is full of these clouds, completely full of them now. It's just like a big old blanket. I see one of those silent airplanes now. It's flying across the sky like it did when we was filming the one Starship. It's doing its it's doing its flight path, flying through the clouds. I can't zoom in on it because it's disappeared. Oh, if white flashes happen subtly, you call them watchers. Alone in the dark. Yeah, it was so clear. Now it's so cloudy. Yeah, it is. And they rode in from the north. And the north would be Indianapolis. And then further up, you'd think we have Chicago, Illinois. And I think there's a big old HAARP thing up there in Chicago also. Yeah, that's if I do it like this, then it looks really strange if I do it like that. But that's zooming up really a whole lot. But yeah, so that's how big it is. Oh my goodness, let's shrink you down. Well, I can't really shrink it down that much. Yeah, the clouds. Now here comes some. There comes some coming in right now. Some of those dark clouds. And even though on the screen it looks like there's dark clouds coming in, I can't, whew. And that's the whole sky right there. That was a vehicle going down this road with a loud engine. It was an old car. It looks, I think its muffler was off of it. Yeah, it does look like you're looking down a tunnel. I bet if the colors are adjusted on this, it would look pretty neat. Yeah, the light at the end is like a big old portal hole. You just go through it to get to the other side. This is the moon. Sewa Udan. Oh, now that looks neat coming over it. Oh, wow. See, you're all seeing it cover up the moon, and when I'm looking at it, I can see it with my own eyes. Look, yeah, it looks completely clear with my own eyes, although that looks like that's a big ship up there. If I look at it with my own eyes. Look at that. That's pretty neat looking. Let's see if we can zoom in. Now the clouds have passed. Overcast and raining. Yeah, I'll try to video in a few hours, especially if it's going to turn red. That'd be exciting. Yeah, now it's a dark sky. I probably will end this for now, and then come back, and hopefully it will get to be okay. You all want to know something? The stars are moving. I guess the stars are supposed to move with the moon from their positions. I guess they are. I'm going to move this right here because I'm going to get ready to go in. I want to see if I can zoom up on the star. I got to loosen this tripod. Probably, wait a minute. I thought I almost seen it in here. A bright star right there. Yeah, that's one little teeny bright star right there. I can't zoom up any closer. Just a bright star, and it's blinking for us. But it's the brightest star in the southern sky right now. This star is. It's very active. This star, wow. That star is really talking to us. It could be a ship. Look at that. Is that not amazing? Yes, it is. It is awfully bright, too. Oh, it dimmed itself. Well, but I can still see it. Wonder what happened to it. I guess it doesn't want to be seen anymore. No, there it is. Okay, it wants to be seen. Yeah, that is really neat. Why is it getting bigger? I think it's trying to communicate with us, this star is. I think if it wants to, it can get as big as it wants, even though I don't have it zoomed up. Yes, it's supposed to be a star in the sky, and it's very bright. It could very well be a ship. Yes, it is beautiful. It's very beautiful, and it wants to be, it wants us to see it. That's why it's blinking so much. It's a beautiful, a yellowish, like a golden color, and it's so big and sparkly up there in the sky. It could very well be a organic ship or something. But look how beautiful it is. Oh, isn't that beautiful? It's getting closer for us. How, I don't know how it can project itself this far because I'm not touching the screen. Isn't that wonderful? That is absolutely wonderful. I love it. It can project itself that far away. It must have took a lot of energy to do that. So now it's not, and so now it's still there, but it's kind of dark, so we can't see it. It must have came closer to us, projected itself closer, because I can still see it as a very bright light in the star, so as in the sky. So I think it's really up close right now, but the screen is dark. If it can move back more so we can see it in the sky. There it is, right there. It's still up there to the middle of the screen. Can you see it? It's right there to the left side of the screen. Is up very, very close. It's trying to let us see it more. Right here on the left side. I can faintly see it. Oops, I made it move. It is right there in the front of us. Oh, there you are. Yeah, it came up so close to us. Yeah, it is a very beautiful star. You can still see it. Yeah, even though it came up so close, it came right up to the screen for us. Yeah, that is absolutely amazing that this star has the capability to project itself all the way up so we can see it better. And on a night like this, isn't that wonderful? And it's blinking just for us. It really is. I love it. I love hearts too. Yes, that is beautiful. That is absolutely amazing. A little star, but yet it shines so bright, and it's so far away, and it can make itself as big as the moon if it wants to. That's great. It is moving. It's moving in the sky also to the west. Toward the west, but yeah, this is a great big star. Okay, now it's came up really close, and I can faintly see it to the the left side of the screen. It's really big. I guess if a screenshot is taken and it is you lighten up the screenshot, you'd be able to see this really well. It could be very well a huge ship, but whatever it is, it has the capability to project itself all the way up here. Yeah, twinkle, twinkle, little star, do you know how loved you are? Yeah, that's the little thing up there behind my desk is, twinkle, twinkle, little star, do you know how loved you are? Yes, it's still there. Can you all still see it on the right side of the screen, or left side of the screen? Yeah, I can see it. It's kind of faint, but I can see it. Yeah, it's still there. It's still there blinking for us, right on the very left-hand side of our screen. If it would move out some, move back out so we could see it in the sky some more, that would, yeah, you move out a little. I don't want to go put you in the center of the screen, because I can see it with my eyes in the sky. It's still very, very bright. And it's trying its best to make itself really bright for us to see. You can still see it moving. Yeah, if it's a ship, it's has the technology to make itself really big like this. You can see it. Yeah, it can make itself even brighter if it wants to. That's what I believe. It can be as bright as it wants to be. And I don't know how far away it is, because that star is way up there in the sky. That's just amazing that it's made itself come all the way this close. Yeah. And I can't see it that well. I mean, I can see it somewhat, but I don't know if you, Maria Medlock, can you see it? Can you see it on the screen? Because I can vaguely see it. I don't know if it's from the glare from the sky itself. I see it flashing. Oh, Jody, you see it? You can see it. Okay. So it's still there, and it's made itself very close. Hello, Caesar. Okay, so, and I don't think it's an orb, because this is like a bright star in the southern sky. On the right side as you look, yeah. Okay, well now I've pointed it toward the middle of the screen now. Oh, it cannot be seen. You cannot see it now. Okay. Well, maybe it wants to, can you go back out? I'd like to see it in the sky with my eyes. Well, it's trying. It's hard to be seen. It really is. Oh, I know what's happening now. There's clouds coming over toward it, and it's going to try to put its light out, is what's happening. So we may not get to see it that much. So it was nice seeing it for the brief period of time that we saw it. You can see it. Yeah, it's in the center of the screen. My ears are burning up. It is, wow, that was really bright. I was going to end that video, but now we're going to go look at the moon, and then I'm going to end it that way, so when people look at this, you know, even though we've seen that big star, because it was so beautifully bright, but the clouds are getting on it now, and this is the moon again, right here. Okay, well, the clouds moved around in front of it, but I switched over to the moon right now. I'm going to see if there's any other bright stars in the sky that are bright like that. I see one. I see a really bright star in the sky. Also, I don't know if it's as bright. And I wonder if we can zoom in on it. Another bright star in the sky with this tripod. I'm going to try to get it, I'll try to move this. Every time I try to do something like this, you know what happens. We get, I'm going to lower this. Every time I try to do this, you know what happens. I get myself in a mess. But I seen a bright star back here also in the sky. If I can zoom in on it. I can't see anything. It's so black. All the sky is so black. This is weird. Oh, now what did I do? Yeah, it's extremely dark. It's very, very dark. And, oh my goodness, I probably better go in for a little bit. go in for a little bit, and we'll try to zoom on that star one more time. It's moved up in the sky over here. It's moved itself up in the sky. If we can get it again. I guess not, because it's so high up by the clouds. Oh, bingo! We found it again. Bingo. I really love looking at the stars. I really do. I think they're very beautiful. So this is that same star. See, and now it's oh, it knows we're tuning into it. Yeah, this is the same star that came up all the way to the front of the screen. You're very welcome, Polly. Just think, it knows we're watching it. Yes, it is. It's beautiful. And I bet if I had the I'm not going to try to put it in my binoculars again, because every time I do that I get myself in trouble. But look how